What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. I hope your day is going well. I had to pop on because I was scrolling on a relationship hashtag, and child, I came across a hot mess and I could not let it go. The quote essentially says, when you're dating somebody, see them in every situation so that you can know what you're getting, if they're really for you, blah, blah, blah. I get that. I agree with that part. But, hey girl. Hey Taranas. But the thing I didn't agree with is that they said, get them mad or make them mad and see how they respond. Now, first, I want to say I do agree with the fact that you need to date somebody long enough to see them in every situation, to see them in every mental state, every spiritual state, every emotional state. You need to know what you're getting. And that, side note, that's the problem with a lot of people who date for like 2 months and then they get married. Like, in 2 months, unless y'all are just going through back-to-back struggles, which I don't wish that for nobody, but unless y'all are going through back-to-back struggles and y'all have worked through those things, you can't possibly go through enough in 2 months to really know as much as you need to know about somebody to commit your whole life to them. Side note. But anyways, I agree with that part. Date somebody long enough to see them in every situation. But there's an issue with making them mad or getting them mad just to see how they respond. First of all, it's highly manipulative. Okay, you are essentially creating chaos in your relationship and just seeing how it's going to turn out. That's a test that everybody's going to fail, because I guarantee you the chaos that you create is going to last a whole lot longer than your relationship, because he going to leave you, sis. Okay, nobody wants to date somebody who is manipulative, is disrespectful, is a complete disregard for their well-being, and is deceptive. And those are things that kind of describe the devil, right? And you don't want to be nobody wants to date the devil. That's not cute. That's not okay. Okay? You can't create a storm and then get mad when it rains and you don't have an umbrella. Don't do that. Completely wrong. You don't do that to somebody you're in a relationship with. And the second issue with that is that it's completely unnecessary. You're doing a whole bunch for nothing. And this is why. Life itself is hard enough. If you just let life happen, eventually something is going to come about that's going to make that person mad. It's going to make them sad. It's going to make them frustrated. It's going to make them confused. And all you have to do is pay attention. Sit back, let life happen, and pay attention to how they respond. Be vigilant. Be aware. A lot of times things happen and we miss stuff because we're not paying attention. We got our rose-colored glasses on because this person is fine. Okay? Listen, it's alive, so you're going to have to go back and watch it again, because you know I don't be remembering what I say all the time. But a lot of us have these rose-colored glasses on because we're trying to make it work instead of using the dating process to see if this is going to work, if that makes sense. So, yeah, just pay attention. Be vigilant. You don't have to start conjuring up stuff. Just watch. Watch and wait. And don't just watch to see how they respond in those situations. Pay attention to how you respond. Pay attention to how you respond to them in those situations, because that can show you a lot about yourself. It could show you not just like, oh, I need to cut you off, but places for improvement in y'all's relationship. A lot of people just need to be aware and say, okay, when this is happening, I kind of noticed that I acted this way towards you, and then you were acting this way because this was happening. In the future, how do we prevent that from being an issue? Like, let's be prepared ahead of time. That is what the dating process is all about. It's not about you making up stuff to see what's going to happen. Let's not do that, okay? But anyways, this is going to be a real quick one. I literally just popped in because I couldn't let that go. Okay? It was I'm like, no, because I was appalled at how many people were actually agreeing with that. And I'm like, that you do not build a relationship on manipulation and deception. And y'all might not like me for this, but women are really good at it. And so we have to be careful, because sometimes we can be manipulative when we're not meaning to, when we have good intentions and when we don't know it. So that's what I mean by be aware. Be aware of yourself, what you're saying, what you're thinking, and how that can affect the person you're in a relationship and your relationship as a whole. But the problem I see with a lot of singles is that we wait and we wish and we hope for the very things that we aren't even ready for. And I'm including myself in that. Like, you see somebody else living a certain life and you look at that and you're like, that is what I need. Like, I want that. I'm praying for it. I'm fasting for it. But when it comes about, or if it just happens to pop up suddenly, you probably wouldn't be able to hold on to it for long because you're not preparing for it. We're using all this time. Hey, what's up? We're using all this time waiting and wishing for stuff that we're going to lose anyway, because all of the waiting and wishing is keeping us from preparing for what we're praying for, what we're waiting for. So if you want to make sure that when the things that you want come into your life, that you're prepared for it, that you can hold on to it and be successful in it, then come over to QUEENLY.me. Because we're doing those types of things, okay? We're not playing around with our purpose. We're not playing around with the relationships that we're dreaming about, because we're actually going to get them. Yes, they do exist. That dream relationship you got in your mind, that dream man you got in your mind, and with, realistic expectations, they do exist. Like, there are men who love God and who don't cheat and, will treat you like a queen. Don't base your desires off of what you are continuously seeing. Okay, I'm not going to preach no more, because I done left my seat at my job to come out here and tackle this issue, because I don't like it. But anyways, if you want to get prepared for the love and the relationships and the marriage of your dreams, and not only that, but you want to live a single life that is successful, that's full of contentment, that's fulfilling, that's purposeful, then join us at QUEENLY.me. Send the page to 3 of your single friends that you want the best for and who deserve it. Okay, because those are types of things we're doing, and we can't do them alone. It literally takes a village. So let's do it together, because that is the whole reason I built QUEENLY.me. Let's just do it together. Okay? That's all I want to say. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a fun and a safe and a peaceful weekend. And I will catch y'all next time. Bye.